Okay, so this is a really, really big race. It's a club race, and we've got 16 shifters entered in this class. Not really sure how it happened, other than the fact that one guy made a post on the North Texas Karters Facebook page and said, hey, who's running shifter karts on May 15th? And one guy said, yeah, I'll run, and another guy said, I'll run, and then I said, I'll run. Before I knew it, we got 16 people signed up to run in this race, and it's going to be really busy out there. It's going to be tons of fun. Amazingly enough, over my shoulder, there's a guy named Jordan Musser who's a multi-time national champion. So if I was a betting man, I'm pretty sure Jordan's going to be right up front, but he's going to have lots of competition on his hands as well. So this is a really big deal. Really glad to be a part of it. And hey, let's see where we go with this. It ought to be great. All right, so practice 1 and 2 coming up. We've got like 5 minutes in each session. What's really great is that the shifters are running third on the chart today, as opposed to dead last, which is where they normally run. So we've really had to hop to and get things ready to go. This is good though, because it gets us done sooner, so I'm okay with that too. Anyway, let's see what we've got. Tires are old. I haven't driven in 10 days, so you know, there's maybe a little bit of rust there that still needs to be knocked off. Who knows? So anyway, we're going to go out and try it and see what happens.
But you know, the gearing wasn't right at all. Right. But it was better than the other day.
Yeah, like I said, mine's all over the place. So yeah, we're gonna go make a change.
Yeah.
But I'm not. This ain't fun. I went off the turn twice.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like turned, got on the throttle, and just went whoop right off the track.
Yeah. I think it's a good day for power or something in the air. It feels strong. The motor feels like it's drifting.
He's really fast. All right, well that didn't actually go so well. I don't know what the deal is. Just no grip whatsoever. Drove off the track a couple of times. Track is busy. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not driving all that well, and yet the kart is not exactly inspiring confidence either. So we're going to make a change to the caster and see if that helps. It's going to make the steering heavier, but maybe it'll also help the kart to turn in a little bit, because something's going on here. I'm not liking what I'm feeling. So here we go. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And so what I'm doing is I'm changing caster. I've got a number 3 pill at the top and a number 2 at the bottom. We're going to change it out. We're going to put a 4 at the top and leave the 2 at the bottom, and then do a realignment, and hopefully this will help the kart to turn a little bit better, because something's going on. It just kind of wants to go straight. So we're going to go and fix this and take a shot and see what happens. I have no idea if it's going to work, but we're going to have to do something. For me, this was a real roll of the dice. I knew that if I added more caster to the front end, I would actually allow the rear end to pick up the inside rear tire just a little bit more, and hopefully kill some of the understeer that I was getting when I would turn into the corner, which was killing me. I've got to go and put a 1 here and a 1 there, because of the limited number of pills that I have.
I see.
Right?
Right.
Okay, the bubble is set over here.
All right, you're good over here. So it's off the chart here.
Yeah.
Okay, so bring that one in over there. What do you like? A little bit of
about 2 mil.
Okay.
All right. So what I like to do is I like to run sort of zero camber. We're getting close. That's going to be as much as we've got on the range anyway.
Okay.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And then it was time to go out and qualify on a very, very busy track. You'll see here coming up the traffic was really heavy and it was easy to get snookered. Watch the black helmet, and boom, right into the barriers. That was Kieran, and you know, he was fine, the cart was fine, but it was easy to just trip over people. There goes Justin. He's driving so well in that rock-powered Sodi cart. As for me, I went out on a track with a bunch of changes that were pretty radical, and I didn't really know what to expect, but as I drove more and more, I got comfortable with the cart. It was really, really working well, so I was very happy with the direction we went in. All right, so what a thrash. In between practice and qualifying, I decided to go and make a caster change. Turned out to be a big struggle, and we barely got the cart ready to go, and they immediately were calling us up to the grid to go out and qualify. So brain was still kind of scrambled from that whole episode. Went out and drove, never put together a good lap, and yet I did my fastest lap that I've ever done. The change we made worked. We added caster and then went back in and readjusted the toe and the camber, and the cart worked better. I think if I just had made that change and done it on a practice day where I'm the only guy out here, I think we'd have seen dramatic changes in going really a whole lot faster. As it is, I'm still off the pace, but man, oh man, this has been great. So let's see what happens. Hopefully I don't get lapped. These guys are fast, I mean crazy fast. So let's go see what happens.
I think we're doing pretty good is what I think. You know, one thing about it, we're doing the best we can.
You know, we're not on the couch griping about not being in the game. We are in the game.
We are in the game for sure.
No, and you're more in the game than I'm in the game. Honestly, folks, I mean, Jack was instrumental in coaching me up about 10 days ago, I guess we were
Roughly,
out here, something like that. Made a big change in the driving, and then helped me go and make the caster change that really made a big difference. The cart just feels more planted and solid, and it's like I've got more confidence in it. So
That's good.
Maybe, you know, I mean, it kind of was running contrary to what you and I thought would happen,
Right.
but it worked. So, you know.
And you're faster.
So what are your expectations for the race?
You know, I know I'm slower than the fast guys, but
I mean, Jordan Musser is Jordan Musser for a reason.
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel confident competing with the Hondas.
Right.
So
Yeah, especially a Honda driven by me. So, yeah.
good luck out there.
Good luck, buddy.
All
Man,
right.
it's gonna be fun.
Let's tear
And so now it's time to go race. The track was just so busy. It was so great seeing so many of the shifter carts out there. Here I come, and this is about the point where things start to get just a little bit weird. All the drivers are pulling up into their pit boxes, and of course I'm way, way, way in the back of the pack. But what happens is as we practice our standing starts, guess what? People were going into the wrong starting box. And you'll see here that we took our positions on the grid, and then the marshals figured out, oh, no, you guys are starting in the wrong place. So they very nicely came out and started moving us back into other positions where we're supposed to be. And this is where it got really confusing, because I was being pushed back about the time that they waved the flag. And so I didn't even know that we had a start. So once again, I had a terrible start, handicapped from the very beginning. And you can see as the field streams through, I am nowhere to be found. Ah, there I am. Way, way in the back. By now I'm just pissed. It's getting really old making bad starts and handicapping myself that much. But as the race continued on, I realized that I was starting to gain on the guy in front of me, and so chasing him around, oh, there's Max. He's clipped a curb, he told me later, and spun it right there, and it put him out of the race, which was too bad because Max does a really, really good job on that Honda powered cart. Anyway, I was just busy
focusing on my driving and improving. I mean, when you're that far in the back, about all you can do is just call it, okay, it's just another test session, you know, and so off we went. But as I started gaining on the fellow in front of me, I realized, hey, you know what, another couple laps, I'm going to catch this guy, and we're actually going to have a race, which would be amazing. Only one problem, and that is that I was getting greedy and really pushing issues as I got closer and closer. And I turned into turn one. You can see a big bobble right there. And then I found myself in the wrong gear. Just completely fried my brain. That one little moment, I lost all sorts of time. So then it was back at it again, and it was like, okay, now I've got to do my very best to go and catch this guy. It didn't work, and instead I wound up getting lapped by Jordan Musser with 3 corners to go. Such a bummer. If I hadn't have blown the start, if I hadn't have blown it in those corners and all that, there's no way Jordan would have lapped me, but it is what it is. And with that, acknowledge the checkered flag, take it into the tech barn for weighing, not that it matters because I'm always about 20-21 pounds overweight, so it doesn't really matter. And that was my day.
All right, so obviously we're not filming this in the middle of a cow pasture, but this is a good quiet place away from the track and away from people and all that kind of stuff. Really interesting race. It started off with the grid marshal still pulling me backwards into my starting position, and they waved the green flag, so I was like way behind everybody else. I'm really looking forward to seeing the GoPro and the video coming off of that to see exactly what that looked like. The great news is that I had somebody to chase, and I caught him and I was getting close, and then I really screwed up turn one really bad. Kind of got my brain tucked back inside my helmet, went after it again, started catching the guy up, and the race was over with. So I didn't finish last, but man, I was right at the back of the pack, but I don't care. Had my personal best lap, and it's because I had somebody to chase. All good. So as always, a big thanks and shout out to North Texas Karters. They consistently put out just a great race, and thanks to all the guys in the shifter class who showed up. Amazing. I hope we can do this again real soon. We'll see you soon. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and we'll be seeing you soon.